Shakira, your hips don't lie. You sexy and you know it. I love them thighs. Oh, you know, say you bad, oh, bad, bad, bad. Oh. Would you be my lover?
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Silva, King Silva on the gram, music exclusives. We are all the way overseas in Ghana. We have a new dope artist that, of course, we give you all exclusive, all the brand new, hot, trending artists. So, Liddy. Is it Lord Liddy or just Liddy? KiDi.
I'm just kidding. The Lord is just like something I'm just playing with on social media. But you can call me Lord Kitty. It's fine.
Where does that come from?
I did a music video for one of my songs of my previous album. It's called More Bebe. And then the whole concept of the video was set in the era of like the 1920s, the medieval, where that girl Lord this of this house. So when
Mhm.
I did that video, I just put Lord in my name because there was like that era of that. So it was something I was just playing around with.
So it's kind of like a what do you call it? Like an alter ego?
Yeah,
Like
Lord
this.
Kitty from the house of gold, or the house of sugar.
So there's the
Yeah,
good kitty and then there's the Lord Kitty. Okay.
yeah.
That's dope. And Kitty's your real name or that's the name like
No, Kitty's just like my showbiz name. My real name is Nana Jamina.
Nana Dramina?
Yeah, you got it right.
That's beautiful. Nana Dramina. What does that mean?
So Nana means a king. So actually I'm called Dennis, but I hate using the name Dennis, so I just prefer to be called Nana Jamina, but I'm called Dennis Nana Jamina. So Dennis is my first name, Nana is like my Nana Kuiku is my middle name, and then Jamina is my family name. So Jamina is like a chief, king's name of where I come from. So yeah.
Afrobeats is like a really big thing. And I feel like it's becoming the forefront of music in terms of we always, especially in New York, we always are looking for the sound of the summer, a vibe, something that makes you feel like it gives you an out of body experience or like
Hmm.
a out of place experience. So you feel
Hmm.
like you're on an island, you feel like you're in a fantasy, you know what I mean? So I feel
Hmm.
like that's what Afrobeats is bringing. But for me, it's year round now. It's not just the sound of the summer. So what
Hmm.
do you think? Are you conscious of like the timing of when to drop music? Do you feel like that's important?
Yeah, timing is everything in life. It's not even just about music. Everything you do in life, timing is paramount. It's up there. And like you said, it's all started as like Afrobeat bringing the sound of the summer, of the sound of spring or December, or it's like a thing. But now it's like it's come to stay. There's song for January, February, March, all the way to December. Like every month of the year, there's an Afrobeat song doing its thing. And African music in general, not just like Afrobeat. Like it's all about the groove and how it makes you feel. So I'm glad you spoke about the feeling. It's one of them things. There's songs that when you're drunk off that tequila and the DJ plays that song, you're like, hey, that's my jam. Like you're feeling amazing on a dance floor. It's something you don't even have to dance too much. Just move your body
Five out.
and you're floating in the vibes of good. Afrobeat is music is good vibes. Glorifying women,
Mhm.
love, dance, culture, and food, and all of that. So it's important to know the times when to drop because in the world right now there's so much happening. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can drop music and some major event in the world will happen, and attention is just taking off your music to like, that happening, and that can mess you up a bit. So
Yeah. It can
yeah,
throw you
timing
off.
is very.
You talked about different sounds in Africa. I feel like in America or maybe just in New York or just me, I'm not too tapped in with how many different sounds come out of
Mhm,
Africa. You know what I mean? So
mhm,
there is the
mhm.
difference. So can you tell us about some of the other styles,
Okay.
sounds?
So obviously, Afrobeat is taking the lead in the forefront. I feel like everybody from outside of the continent classifies every song coming out of Africa as Afrobeat.
Right.
But like there is like more like I can see for Ghana, like for example, we have like high life, we have hip life, you know, even some African artists do hip hop, and then they do hip hop and it's classified as Afrobeat just because I guess from Africa.
Mm,
You know, so even in Ghana alone, we have like so many genres. If you go to East Africa, they have their own genre. You go to South Africa, there's Amapiano also happening from South Africa, but some people classify all of that as Afrobeat. You know,
yeah.
so there's different sounds coming out of Africa. And every sound is doing its own thing in its own space. You know, but obviously Afrobeat is the one that has the lead. You know, it's pushing everybody. You know, so yeah.
A lot of artists, they start off in like a choir, like in from what I know, they start off
Mhm.
singing in the choir and stuff like that. But
Triggered, 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 triggered.
you triggered. Oh my God, why you triggered?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
That was you.
Yeah, that was
I was
me
gonna
way back when
say, I was gonna
okay.
say, from what we see, like when we do get like that look into what happens overseas in our
Mhm,
motherland, we see a lot of just natural music happening, like kids in the street using anything for instruments. You know what I mean? Like
mhm,
we see a
mhm,
lot of it just happening naturally in everyday life.
mhm.
So are you like a little bit of both, or are you saying that you came from singing gospel?
Um, I'm a mixture of so many things. Like every phase of my life brought like a different aspect of music for me, the
Yeah.
growth. So even before church came and how I began to sign properly, growing up, I had been open to my dad's collection of music. You know, like he's a music lover. He wasn't a musician or anything, but he was just a music lover,
Mm,
collecting music, the cassettes, the CDs. You know, Saturday mornings, like you wake up and you don't even want to hear it, but you're hearing it because my dad
yeah.
is like high volume. You know, so that's how it started for me. Then it went into church. You know, children's service. You know, singing with the choir here and there. It was nothing serious by then. It was just like, you know, where children's service singing, making melodies in my heart, you know, all of these songs from church. And then like ministering to like the entire church. You know, I remember the first song I ever sang, Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. That's the song I started singing in church. And then that's where it started. Graduated like to school, you know, entertainment shows in schools. You have me always there grabbing the mic. And then that's where in school you have like the random on the desk in school, use the tables for, you know, music.
Wow.
Yeah, a few
Yeah.
of us will just gather around and somebody be rapping and then
Hey.
there's like, you know, so like there's been different phases of my life and what it brought to add to my music, you know, growth as a whole. So yeah, yeah.
No, that's beautiful. And it's nice to see that we do have so many similarities in
Hmm, hmm.
culture, because you know that is the motherland. Like we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
come
yeah, yeah.
from. So let's get into the project now. Award-winning American producer Jack Knight helped work on this, Touch It. So
Mhm.
let's get into some of the sounds and some of the things that went into making the project.
Okay. So Touch It comes off the album, the Golden Boy album, and it was just a mixture of emotions, feelings, different people, ideas coming together. You know, for Touch It, for instance, Jack Knight, he hit me up. He was like, you know what? Have you ever heard the song Pass the Dutchie by Musical Youth? I was like, that's a classic. Pass the Dutchie, bunny live inside. I was like, that's a
Mhm.
classic. It's like, so how do we find a way to make this sound modern? You know, what do we do? And I was like, you know what, say less. I went into the studio. I make the beats, you know, so like I was just like
Mm.
experimenting with different ideas and boom, shut up and bend over. It was just making sense to me, you know. And then that song was birthed, and it's gone ahead to do great things in my life and in my career, and it keeps doing as well. So it's just the process of how the music starts and the ideas that come together to form the music and how it comes to form its end. It's a beautiful process when you think about it. Being in the studio, catching vibes, just
Mm.
going with the flow, you know. So shout out to Jack Knight.
with
Yeah,
with these songs, it's like you really feel it, like you feel
yeah,
it in your
yeah,
whole body, like
yeah.
you have to like move and stuff like that. So
I remember growing up, I've always like wanted to have my song big in China or Japan or like Korea or India, you know, because I keep seeing this place because it looks like the they're a world of their own. Like they have everything going for them. They hardly import music and things from other parts of the world. So like they live in their whole fairy tale world. So to have my song break into such a market like was the mind blown. So I was like, yeah, the real test of my growth will be when I have my music entering these, corners of the world. And I believe in manifestation. I believe in speaking things to existence. So I was happy when Touch It broke into India. And when I had to like go platinum in India, I was like, yeah, I want more of this. I want every song, not every song, but like most songs that I do to travel, not just stay in my home country, but go beyond the borders of Ghana and even Africa and, enter every four corner of the world. So it is something I keep manifesting, even. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how's that? Like, how's the reception? Like, are people recognizing you right away? Because it's hard to miss you. You have like, it's the features for me.
Thank you. I was in Australia a couple of weeks ago and I was surprised. When I go to a place like Australia, it's my first time going to Australia. I don't expect anybody to like walk up to me and say, "Oh, you're that guy." But I remember my first show in Sydney. I was going for a sound check, and this old white man just tapped my shoulder. "Yo, KiDi." I'm like, I was looking at my team like there's some ways that glitch in the matrix or something because this man doesn't look like somebody that is supposed to even know Afrobeat to even know me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I get a picture. I'm like, oh, amazing. Then I go to Perth, and in the airport, I even have like a face mask on and a beanie, so you don't even recognize who's walking. This old white woman walks to me. It's like, I want a picture, I want an autograph. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh my
Like, you
God.
people know me? Okay. And it's amazing to see that every part of the world I go, even when people don't know me, they just recognize that, oh, you look like an artist. So you're an artist. I'm like, yeah, I'm an artist. Oh, what song did you do? And I'm like, shut up. And it's like, oh my God, you're the guy. I like that song. I'm like, yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I keep saying I want more of this. And I want it even bigger than random people like just walking up to me and saying, oh, I love your song. I want to be able to perform in every country, like sell out arenas, be on stage because the stage is my happy place. It's a place that when I'm at, I have no problems. So it's my goal to make music, to travel, perform, just spread the gospel of KiDi.
So who are some of the artists that you kind of tapped in with, and what are some music that, because I already see some heavy hitters here. So who's
Nigerians are like our sisters. We quarrel a lot. We have fun a lot. We do everything together. When it comes to football, we're at each other's throats. When it comes to jollof, we're at each other's throats.
Yeah.
When it comes to so many things, we're like that. Like Tom and Jerry relationship. And in the music, they are doing absolutely amazing on the world stage. I've had a privilege of working with people like Davido, Leo Kun, Peruzzi, and a lot of them, and there's still people that we're working with, people that, we're still just, I've had a privilege to work with some of their producers as well, with the sound, getting the sound right and all of that. But yeah, like they're doing amazing. It'll be good for us to, keep building together, Ghana, Nigeria, brother, sister, just keep building like we are already doing. So shout outs to them, shout outs to Ghana as well. We're all doing our things.
I see the Champagne video is out. What are some other, because visuals are very, very, very important right now. And I feel like one thing about African artists, y'all gonna come with the ladies, you're gonna come with the imagery, like
the
the
fashion,
color,
food,
the fashion, the food, the color schemes that you guys use. Like I don't think people understand how artistic it is. Like every frame can be a picture. You know what I mean? So what other visuals, like talk about how you do your visuals and what more visuals we can expect.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Gene because he shot the Champagne video. So Champagne is like the first single of my most recent project, Foreplay. And every time like you said, I don't joke with visuals. I love visuals. Visuals take music from level 3 to like level 7. There's some songs you feel like, oh, it's okay. and you watch them with the visuals, and like, oh damn, like so I don't joke with my visuals. I always want to select like the right ideas, the right models, the right fashion, everything to go with. And shout out to my whole crew. They all come together to bring these ideas to life. Obviously, Champagne is out. We're trying to figure out whether she should have BB as well off the foreplay EP. So fingers crossed for that. Or maybe Shakira. We have a couple of videos coming before the year end. So
and speaking of Champagne, I'm actually surprised that unless I don't know that you don't have a song with Champagne Poppy, Drake.
Listen, it is something that I'm also manifesting. Like it'll happen eventually. I've been a fan since before Take Care. So
yeah.
If I meet Drake, I'll rap all the albums and I was like, listen, sit down. Brace yourself. But that's all the things I'm manifesting. Is somebody, apart from everything, I love his music. Like I love the artist that he is, and I'll definitely love to be in the studio with him sometime, cook some magic. So yeah.
Let us know the name of the project again. Tell everybody where they can follow you, and give us one more gem.
Okay, so guys, thanks for sticking and staying. My new project out is called Foreplay, the number 4 and play. Check it out everywhere: Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Deezer, YouTube, everywhere you can find it. Check it out. Go stream it. Put your family on. Put your friends on. Put your girlfriends on. Go stream it. And thank everybody for supporting. I really appreciate it. Charlie, be kind. Be kind to each other. There's a whole world out there where you can be anybody you want to be behind your phones. But I always try to preach that be kind to people. That's who you can be. Everybody's going through some shit. So when you get the chance, smile at somebody today. Say hello. Say yeah.
Yeah. But thank you so much, and you can find him at
KiDi Music, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, Triller, just KiDi Music. You find me. Yeah. KiDi Music. Yeah.
It's your girl Sylvie, Music Exclusives. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Follow us on the YouTube. You already know the vibes.
I go die, oh, make you no leave me for this place. I go die, oh, make you no leave me for this place.